Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is Vlogs About Nothing. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to join me. I really appreciate it. I say that every single day. You feel me like a script. These shows are, in fact, unscripted, and sometimes, you catch me on a day where things are going down, things will absolutely be talked about. I talk about everything, this is Vlogs About Nothing. I talk about my life, just about as in depth as you can get. I've said some things on the program that have, I don't know, furled some feathers. What is that expression? I don't know. Anyways, ruffled some feathers, I think it is. But regardless, let me remind you that what I say has no impact on your life. This is Vlogs About Nothing, and it's all real satire, and it's all improvised, and it's just a fun place to be. I know, again, that sometimes I might say something that might offend you, and, sorry, not sorry. I mean, I don't, like, what do you want me to say? I mean, don't watch the channel. It's a whole thing, trust me. But regardless, if you're still here and you're watching, take some time to consider becoming a subscriber. I'm kind of shameless in that regard. I am in fact here to do a job, my only job, which is nothing. So yeah, I'm gonna take it a little serious. Yeah, like, do you have a job? Do you care about it? I don't know. This is what I get. So anyways, I want to talk about how, like, some commercials have been real off-putting to me lately, and I have this sneaky suspicion that algorithms pick up on keywords from when you're talking about stuff in videos. And I know it sounds crazy, but does it? It sounds just as crazy as, like, people saying their phones listen to them, which may not be so crazy, So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyways, okay, so, I watch all I do. So all I do is I watch stuff, watch stuff, learn stuff, eat, sleep, Mary Jane. I mean, my life isn't entirely sort of like, it's not a souffle of, different stuff. I'm a pretty simple guy, but, regardless, there are some commercials that blow my mind. Okay, so for example, Donald Trump has just released two commercials. One of them is a Navy one, Navy-esque, in that there's a big carrier ship and some real weird ASMR stuff going on. I'm just saying. And then I forget what the other ASMR video type reach was for Donald Trump, but hey, if anything's been made clear, it's him and JD Vance have hired some young people. So at their betterment, I'd say at least they're looking out for, a future victory, whereas Kamala Harris is quoting Quavo. I just priorities. The vice president's quoting Quavo. You feel me? And the former soon to be again president who, like, went through two impeachment proceedings, a federal court case. I just, like, holy potatoes. We should call it Trump's country. Again, seriously, because the man has an ironclad hold on politics, and as well as the Supreme Court, as well as our, federal electoral officials. If there's anybody who's ever done their homework in a political, strategical kind of a manner, I'm sorry to say that, this team puts even people like the people who used to do the Bush campaign, Karl Rove, this is putting, like, Karl Rove to shame. And if you know anything about Karl Rove in the political world, you know that this guy is a kingmaker. But who needs a kingmaker, I guess, when you're Donald Trump? Yeah, I'm not advocating for the guy. That's the thing here, is that the genius of his political campaigning has made it so that even when you're making fun of him, you're still supporting him. Because the alternative, again, is a vice president who never sounds the same, is a terrible speaker, and who quotes Quavo. No offense, obviously, to Migos. You feel me? Like, I'm a Migos fan myself. You feel me? And I just, quoting a rap group to get support from constituents. I mean, you can play walk it like you talk it while you're giving a speech, or whatever. And yeah, and I gotta be real careful here, just publicly, right? Because one of the guys from Migos passed away, and if it was in fact Quavo, then I'm sorry. I'm obviously not a huge Migos fan. It's just she's been plastered all over memes, and any kind of short category form content on the internet, quoting or just saying weird things. I mean, you can chalk it up to weird things. Let's chalk it up to weird things, because I'm not sure if it was my boy Quavo that unfortunately RIP is unalive. You feel me? But if it is, and I'm wrong, I'm just acknowledging that, right? Because I, just like Kamala Harris, am about to quote the Migos. I try to walk it like I talk it. So sometimes I'm wrong, and at least I hope when I'm wrong I don't sound so Kamala Harris. In that, like, I'd at least like to know that I can speak, But anyways, so let's talk about what we were gonna originally talk about in this video. Again, like, I just in this country, and the funny thing is I think I forgot what I was talking about, which I did because it was a sidebar from a commercial. So let's go back to these commercials. There's the two ASMR political campaign commercials that you'll see if you look them up for Trump's party or whatever. Interesting stuff. Again, at the very least, the guy is reaching out to young voters in a real meaningful way. ASMR is very popular. The videos actually are pretty good. They're pretty good because you don't hear Donald Trump say anything. You don't hear any political doctrine. You just see a big carrier going down a sea, going down the sea, or a large body of water. Forgive me, I'm from the desert. The closest ocean around here is too far for me to care about. So, I'm just saying that, like, that commercial slaps, dude. It gets, like, it's a good commercial. And it bothers me, though, because it's so misleading, right? I mean, if the young people believe that, then we have a problem in terms of that's, Donald Trump and Vance are not the ASMR buds of the 21st century. I'm just saying. So, yeah, those commercials bother me. Some other commercials that have been bothering me are all these Pfizer commercials where all these old people are laughing stupid. It's sort of like, okay, what's funny here? The fact that you guys paid a bunch of old people to be on your Pfizer commercial laughing uncontrollably in sort of like the most destitute irony kind of situation possible. Most old people don't laugh when they hear news from Pfizer. This would be like an astronomical 1 in 10 billion sort of occurrence between a patient and a Pfizer rep. I mean, can you imagine that? Can you imagine being a patient in a private hospital here in America? And let's pretend for a second that you're not a part of the 2%ers, you're just a normal person or whatever, and some Pfizer consultant comes up to you. It's like the last thing I would do is laugh. Seriously, Pfizer is a terrible company. They're half responsible for making the world the way that it is now. And in fact, they profit from death. So, I mean, I don't know, like, I don't define words and stuff, but that sounds pretty evil to me. I mean, almost as if they were really a legal person, they might have to be locked up. But I'm just the guy behind the desk talking about nothing. All I'm saying is that Pfizer, dude, you guys are like way beyond trying to market your products to anybody. I mean, you're better off just doing a Monsanto and just running the world behind the curtain of the Shadow of Oz or whatever it is and just minding your own business. Because, like, it's beyond, like, I don't know, I find it like beyond insulting. I mean, you have, again, and forgive me, right, my mom's white, you got all these old white people, laughing their faces off, and the whole point of the commercial is like laughter and smiles. And remember, earlier I tried to central or focus, and I'm going to wrap that around now, in that the other day I made a video about smiling and all these things, right? And then that same day, I get bombarded with all these Pfizer ads from all these boomers pretending that they have a good quality of life, all thanks to Pfizer. Again, that's like writing a thank you note to Satan. I mean, hey, hey, it is what it is. You got to give thanks where thanks is due. I mean, it's just, kind of when that person that's supposed to be helping you regardless is making you think. It's a little weird. So yeah, Pfizer, I don't know, like stop making commercials. Like I don't know. It's not like the commercials I see of these boomers all laughing, is gonna like, I don't know. I'm only 36. I mean, I know Pfizer is rooting on me to like get on some kind of medication. I don't know. Maybe Pfizer should get in the marijuana business. See how that works out for them. I mean, it would work out better than a commercial with a bunch of old people laughing, right? Just cuz, people like laughing, and anytime a company makes laughing and smiling uncool, again, I would just say that, like, hey, Pfizer, I know that you, Blackstone, and some other companies run the world, but hey, I was wondering if you couldn't mind giving me a discount on my medical bill, because I can't afford $1,100 a month for some medication. Again, like, Pfizer, dude. AF, like as if, again, I don't know. I don't know where your marketing is aimed, and I'm not sure if you're gonna get the kind of results that you want. But again, I'm just theorizing, and I know we just spent the last 12 minutes kind of talking about two Donald Trump commercials and then the Pfizer commercial. But link in the description below, and if the links aren't in the description below when I upload the video, it's because, remember, ladies, gentlemen, they, them, I do everything from the palm of my hand with my phone. So it is incredibly difficult and it takes a lot of time to like go and copy paste everything and then put it in the link in the description box, So I get to it eventually, but sometimes because the videos take so long to upload and they're all done really quickly, it might be a little while. So I'm just saying, there are two Donald Trump commercials floating out there that I want everybody to see, as well as this Pfizer commercial with all these boomers laughing about. I mean, I don't know why they're laughing. Again, maybe they work for Pfizer and they've all just decided that they're going to get larger bonuses this coming year at the expense of some death, and they're happy about it, so they're laughing or whatever. But holy potatoes. I don't know. I hope that you guys have a wonderful night, and, Pfizer and Monsanto and BlackRock, all these companies, I mean, is this the DC universe? Is, like, ultimately who's in charge here? Is it Lex Luthor? Is this just, I don't know. I hope that you guys have a really good night, okay? Bye.